Hey, pretty girl gamer squad, and welcome back to the Socially Awkward Podcast with your host, Becca Anne. Wow, it's been a minute since I recorded my trailer, and honestly, I had to take a step back from this and just constantly rebrand and rewrite scripts, but I think I'm at a good point where I can record an episode now and I can edit it and I can get it posted. So today, the day I'm recording this, is March 1st. I plan on having this up March 1st. It's probably going to be an evening drop. I usually plan on posting episodes like at 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's currently 2:19 p.m. EST. Y'all think I can do it? I don't know. It's going to take me a minute to record, but we're going to work it out. So today's topic, we are talking about, drumroll please, we're going to be talking about hyperfixations and maladaptive daydreaming. I do that too. So let's talk about hyperfixating. So if I like something, I don't just like it, I absorb it into my personality. Anyone who knows me IRL and they are listening to this, you know what I'm talking about. I reference shows a lot, video games, Vines from back in the day, RIP Vine. I reference TikToks. Like, I will just go in on whatever. And honestly, it's like so fun to hyperfixate on stuff sometimes. And hyperfixation, just like in my words, it's not a phase. Like, oh my god, mom, it's not a phase, right? It's not a hobby, and it's basically just emotional investment, it's time, and it's comfort. And we love comfort over here. And like, just connecting it to my internal monologue here, my brain doesn't just watch things, it absorbs them. And like I said, I maladaptive daydream. And what does that mean? That means I tune out of reality and I'm like, okay, I'm in my happy place now. What was it? Leave, I need to go to my mind palace. Yeah, that's me. That is totally me. And my brain, it likes to nonstop narrate stuff. So it constantly talks to itself. It's replaying old conversations or imagining conversations that never happened. Or overanalyzing text, tone, punctuations, and emojis, and, you know, the classic 3 a.m. cringe replay of something that happened years ago. Speaking of, I constantly replay a moment where I was going to the bathroom, but I went to the bathroom that was in the hallway instead of in the classroom. Yeah, that was from kindergarten. Kindergarten was 20 plus years ago for me. So the fact that I still replay that, yeah, that's not good. So sometimes that same brain energy locks onto something and refuses to let go, right? That's hyperfixations for me. So how it usually starts for me is I watch something once, I love it, I immediately watch it again, I start noticing details, and suddenly I'm deep in lore videos at 2 a.m. So I'm gonna use a recent one here. I recently got into the game Poppy Playtime, and let's just say one of my favorite YouTubers for Poppy Playtime lore is Poppy Theory, and yeah, I've been on that. I've been on that. It's not fun. I mean, it is fun, but it's not fun because I could be doing homework. I'm working on my second master's degree. I have papers I have to write. And what am I doing instead of writing those papers? I'm knee deep into some Poppy Playtime lore at 3 a.m. when I should be asleep getting ready for class or working on a paper or planning out my thesis. Apparently I have to start doing that my first semester, and it's my first semester, so yeah, whatever. Anyways, also soundtrack on repeat. I actually don't hear a lot of soundtracks that I'm immediately like, oh, this is a banger. But for some shows, yeah, that soundtrack's on repeat. Absolutely. And I'm doing a character analysis, I'm doing fan theories, I'm just doing I'll just watch one more episode and then end up binging the entire series again for the 400th time. Yeah, your girl got it bad. She has it real bad. And I'm not just consuming content anymore, I'm living inside the world. And to my maladaptive daydreamers and my hyperfixators and my people who definitely have the tism, it's okay, I have it too. Yeah, we're living inside the world at this point. With the way that the world is now, oh my god, with the way the world is now, we don't want to live in this world, okay? We want to daydream, we want to find an escape, and if your escape is a hyperfixation at 3 a.m., you do you. I mean, I'm doing it, so yeah, you do you. So another current example I have is The Amazing Digital Circus. Oh my god, when I say that is one of my favorite shows ever, I mean it. I started watching it in August of 2025. I think around this time it had been about 2 weeks since episode 6 had come out. And now we're about 19 days away from episode 8. That is so crazy. Sitting in that live chat waiting for episode 7 to drop was honestly a core memory for me because, oh my gosh, I was so excited I got to watch the episode as it dropped. I had never been that early for an episode in my entire life until I joined the TADC fandom. For people who don't know, yeah, it's March 2026, the time I'm recording this. It's March 1st, to be precise. And this show has basically took up my brain for almost 7 months at this point. Yep. And it's so fun. It's so fun. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I would love to go to a con and meet the voice actors one day, but your girl don't got no money. I mean, if y'all want to help me out here, I do also do blogs for each podcast episode on Substack and Tumblr, so check it out, you know. Your girl would love that. I guess I attached myself to the characters in a way. My favorite character is Jax. Yeah, he reminds me of myself a little too much. Pomni too, and Ragatha. Mainly Ragatha, yeah. I'm a people pleaser, so I understand. But yeah, those 3 characters, I understand the whole situation with Gooseworks right now and how they're, oh, Pomni and Jax are the main characters and everyone else is just there, and people are upset about it because, oh, why, I thought Ragatha was the main character too, and I'm like, she is, but the show's clearly not centered on her the way it is on Pomni and Jax. And, oh, Ragatha's not going to get any character development, or, oh, Ragatha's not going to do X, Y, and Z. And isn't her whole story arc about being a people pleaser? They're working to resolve that. I see it. See what I mean by hyperfixations? I just went on a tangent about this show. Anywho, but like I said, you might forget plot points for some shows, but you remember their personalities, the dynamics, the quotes, especially the quotes, the emotional moments, and, you know, characters just become a part of your internal commentary. I said about the Ragatha character arc about being a people pleaser. Yeah, I was not joking about that. I literally remember Ragatha because I'm, oh, she's a people pleaser. And yeah, I get it. I've been there too. And then we're just gonna quickly I'm skimming through my notes here, so if I sound like I'm very out of it, that's why. We talk about why certain shows stick so hard. So a couple examples that I have are Attack on Titan, which was the first anime I watched solo on my own without my brother's influence. Attack on Titan is the first anime I watched on my own without my brother's influence. I say brothers plural, not singular, because I have 2. And it was probably one of the main shows that I actually bothered to step out of my comfort zone and consume fan content for. When I say that, I mean AMVs, I mean fan fiction, I mean fan art, I mean content. Okay, just started my whole fandom journey. And then I would continue on with me going back and looking at content for other shows. One show that I really love that I have refused to consume any content for has been Mobile Suit Gundam 00. And I cannot bring myself to read any fan fiction or look at any fan art for it. Have I written fan fiction for it myself? Yes, but that's the only content that I could consume for it that's made by a fan, is the stuff that I've written, because I can't see myself reading anything else for that show. I have my own fan fictions. I'd rather write my own fan fiction than read someone else's. I think I've read one person's and I thought it was really cute, but other than that, I haven't really consumed any fan content for it. Same thing with Ouran High School Host Club. I love that show, don't get me wrong, but yeah, that's just not gonna... Some other stuff I have on here that, again, I've only really consumed AMVs for it. I haven't really consumed fan fiction, or... No, I've seen fan art, never mind, let me not lie. But a couple other shows I have on here are Adventure Time, which is my #1 favorite cartoon ever. Steven Universe, obviously. I have Inuyasha on here, which that show took me so long to get through, but it's still one of my best watches to this day. I have Bleach, which is my first ever anime I've ever watched. I have to thank my brothers for that one. I have Ruby and Red vs. Blue. We want to talk indie animation. I believe they paved the way for the rest of the indie animations to come. Yes, I said it. Obviously, Digital Circus and Murder Drones, which I actually forced my mom to watch Murder Drones start to finish. She's still confused, and I said she needs to watch it again to understand the plot points. Is she gonna watch it on her own again? No, because she's on her 500th watch through of Attack on Titan. And yeah, I get it. It's a good show. It's a really good show, but still. And just, again, key points here is it's the world building, which is the playground for your brain. The character-driven stories, which, you get attached to the characters, unless you're watching Attack on Titan, where your favorite character dies the next episode. Yes, I'm not okay. I'm not okay, you guys. Of course, we have themes of identity, rebellion, loss, and growth that hit deep. Again, going back to Attack on Titan, yeah. And of course, we have the animation, because, oh my gosh, the animation in some shows are just chef's kiss. It's so beautiful. Going back to Adventure Time, the animation might not be that great, but oh my god, is it such a cute show. It is so cute. And some stories, it feels they just grow up with you. Again, going back to Adventure Time, that is a show that grew up with me. We want to talk about shows growing up with me. I think I watched Attack on Titan when the first season came out, right? So that was 2013, 2014, somewhere along those lines. And I think that was a show that literally grew up with me. I was going from a 13, 14-year-old to a 23, 24-year-old finishing out the series. And oh my god, I was broken after it ended. I didn't know what I was going to do. That was my favorite show. Oh, I remember when the manga ended too. I was so sad. I need new manga recommendations. I'm trying to read the Kori Kenshin manga and I'm confused right now. But maybe I need the second volume, so I'll see what I can do there. Okay. But let me go and give you guys more hyperfixations that I want to talk about. And that is video games as hyperfixations. And my main one that I can only really say this for is Animal Crossing, because I have almost 500 hours of Animal Crossing logged on my Switch, on my Nintendo Switch, and I have the Happy Home Paradise DLC. I have the 3.0 update extending the life on the island with the hotel and everything. Have I started the hotel yet? No, I actually plan on doing that on my Twitch, twitch.tv/Becca Anne TV. If you're interested, I'm going to stream it probably tonight. I don't know. And then, of course, we have my other games. We have Stardew Valley, we have Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal, we have Undertale, Deltarune, Splatoon 2 and 3. I haven't played 1 yet, but I want to play 1. We have Unpacking, which I've been replaying a abnormal amount of times because I finished 5 albums in my first profile on my Switch, and then I created 3 more profiles on my Switch just to play it through again. That's not good. But I literally love it. It's so relaxing. We have Tomodachi Life, obviously. Am I going to get Tomodachi Life Living the Dream for my Switch? Absolutely. I also plan on upgrading to the Switch too. So you guys are going to... So I literally cannot wait to get the Switch too. We have Kid Icarus Uprising. That's something they need to bring to the Switch too. I love that game. Okay. We have Bravely Default. I don't know why on my list I have Bravely Default and Fantasy Life together, because they're 2 separate games. But I have Bravely Default, I have Fantasy Life. Fantasy Life is so fun to play. And they're remaking it too, so I'm so excited. And of course we have Poppy Playtime, which is my most recent hyperfixation, and Fierce to Fathom. I don't know what the issue is with me and horror games. I love watching people play horror games, but I can never play it myself because I'm too scared. I literally got through chapter 1 of Poppy Playtime on my own last night. And oh my god, I kid you not, my blood was running cold, I was shaking, I was in my head. It was so scary for me, but I made it. I got through. I don't know how I got through, but I got through. And it was so fun to play. But oh my god, was I scared the entire time. I'm gonna skip this note because, yeah, of course, you participate in the game, you control the pacing, and you're rewarded for staying if you finish through. And yeah, that's such a rewarding feeling, is to finish a game and make it to the credits and be like, yeah, I did that. So for real. But, all good things, they come to an end. So let's talk about why some hyperfixations end. So some of them tend to fade when the story finishes, life gets busier, or you outgrow a version of yourself that needed it. My Kid Icarus Uprising hyperfixation kind of restarted for a little bit and then stopped because... how do I want to explain this? The last time I really played through Kid Icarus was my senior year of high school. I'm now working on master's degree number 2, so I finished all 4 years of undergrad and then a 2-year program of a master's program at one school, and now I'm at a different school pursuing my second master's. So that's what, 6 years now? And I haven't picked that game up since. I might pick it up after this, I don't know, but it was a game that I really loved, and I still love it. I still do, but it doesn't have a hold on me the way it did when I was a teenager, if that makes much sense. But, you know, some hyperfixations, they continue to stay with you because they're tied to comfort, they remind you of who you were, and they still inspire you. How I am with Digital Circus right now, it still kind of inspires me. And I think it's cutting a little too deep into my personality, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Things will get better. Maybe I'll find another hyperfixation that'll take my focus off of it. But until then, I'm still very much on the TADC hype train, and I'm not getting off anytime soon. And then, of course, you know, some people will say your hyperfixations make you immature. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Let's be blunt here. Liking animated shows, games, and fandoms doesn't make you childish. It usually just means you engage with stuff deeply, you care about the stories, and you let yourself enjoy things without feeling embarrassed. And if people try to make you feel embarrassed, they're embarrassed with themselves. And that's tea. That's just the truth right there. And that's also emotional awareness. Yes, girl, we're proud of you. But you know, hyperfixations are a double-edged sword as well. So let's keep it honest here. They can bring creativity, they can spark inspiration, and they can create community, but they can also pull you away from reality. They can become avoidance, and they can make it harder to shift focus. Like I said in the beginning, I am a maladaptive daydreamer, so when I have a hyperfixation, oh yeah, I tend to get in my head and daydream about that show nonstop. And you know, it's not to make you feel guilty here, it's just to make you feel aware that this is happening. The call is coming from inside the house here because do I feel guilty about that? Absolutely. Am I going to stop? No. Not at all. Not at all. And just, you know, to close this out here, and I just want to end on something a little reflective here. Hyperfixations aren't just obsessions. They're clues about what moves you, your stories, the characters, the creativity, the connection. It's just, you know, it moves you, it makes you feel empowered, it makes you feel inspired, all that jazz, right? And of course, if something stayed with you for 4 months or 4 years, it probably matters. It means more to you than you want to admit. And yeah, that's basically all I really have to say here. I thought this was going to be a 30-minute episode. I talk really fast, so I apologize. But yeah, I don't know why I procrastinated on recording this episode for so long, but this is honestly fun, and I can't wait to record the next one. So my goal with this podcast is to post every Sunday. You will also get a blog post with each episode, so that's great. That's amazing, right? And I'm going to try to aim to post my episodes between 3 and 4 p.m. every Sunday. Blogs are supposed to go up by noon, but I've been procrastinating on writing my blog post for this one, so probably after this I'm going to edit this episode, throw together my blog, and then post, and then you'll have it. But yeah, that's basically all it is for this episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was amazing to finally be able to talk and get my thoughts out and start this up finally. I don't know why this took forever, but the rebrand was definitely needed, and I'm glad you guys got to see inside of my head unfiltered. This is your host, Becca Anne, and I will catch you all on the rewind. Bye!